to see his son, Bronny James, play for the Lakers. But then everybody's mind is, where will LeBron be playing next season? Now, I asked LeBron just before tip-off if he'd like to join the broadcast to discuss everything, and he told me, quote, "I ain't got nothing to talk about."
Woody, I'm glad you're laughing, because as our resident Super Laker fan, what's your concern about the relationship between LeBron and his organization right now?
Well, LeBron rightfully should be kind of pissed at the Lakers right now. Don't give me this mess about saving cap space for 2026 or whatever. Like, you have LeBron and Luka right now. Like, you're just make the requisite moves right now. You're going to wait until LeBron is up out of there, and then, oh, yeah, now we got cap space. Miss me with all that. I don't want to hear it.
Woody, it's not monopoly money, though. You got to make the money work.
You just dropped $10 billion to buy the Lakers. Don't talk to me about cap space.
Okay, well.
In the Vegas Summer League, LeBron James, the 40-year-old, exercised a $52.6 million player option with the Lakers last month. He's entering a record 23rd NBA season, but quotes from Clutch Sports CEO Rich Paul the day Bron opted in sparked some intrigue about Bron's future in LA. David Meneman is in Vegas with more.
The question on everybody's mind is, where will LeBron be playing next season? What caused the speculation was a statement by LeBron's agent, Clutch Sports CEO Rich Paul, given to ESPN Shannon when James opted into the final year of his contract with the Lakers for $53 million last month, when Paul said LeBron intends to play on a championship contender for whatever time is left in his career. Now, I've checked in with both the Lakers and LeBron's camp on this one. For the Lakers, it's business as usual. They have motivation to compete at the highest level and maximize not just LeBron's timeline, but they want to compete now with Luka Doncic. Some have posited that the true cause of this situation was the Lakers not offering LeBron a contract beyond next season, but Rich Paul told me that they never asked for one. Paul also made it clear to me that LeBron has not asked for a trade, and Paul hasn't even discussed the possibility of wanting a trade in the future with the Lakers. Paul did tell me that 4 teams contacted him with interest in trading for LeBron, though. Now, I asked LeBron just before tip-off if he'd like to join the broadcast to discuss everything, and he told me, quote, "I ain't got nothing to talk about."
Hey, we got a lot to talk about with LeBron entering an unprecedented 23rd NBA season. And if last year showed us anything, it's that he's barely lost a step. The King passed Michael Jordan's 2002-03 season with the Wizards as the oldest player to lead his team in total points in the season. LeBron topped the Lakers last year.
He spoke to the media in LA earlier this week. The former #1 overall pick hopes to fill a major need for the purple and gold at that center position, which has him eager to team up with Luka and LeBron.
They both averaged about 9 assists over their career span, and just the type of players they create with their teammates. They turn them into superstars, and they make them bigger than their roles and make them very important on the floor as well. And just seeing that and finally getting the chance to go in and experience that would be big for me, and just get me back to my full form how I used to play, and just coming up and just being a part of the finals is those playmakers that I'm used to having around me that's needed to win.
Okay, so we know the center position was obviously a huge need. The Lakers tried to fulfill it at the trade deadline. That fell through. They do it with DeAndre Ayton, and they also re-sign Jackson Hayes. David, when you take a look at the expectations in Los Angeles, based on what they did in free agency, what is a fair and realistic place for them to be in 2025?
Honestly, the fair place is for them to be kind of where they were last year. I don't see this team leapfrogging back to where they were in terms of the standings, being in the top 4, having home court advantage in the first round. But I do see them having a similar first-round exit this year than they had last year. There are just so many teams in the West I think are just quite frankly better than them. OKC, Houston, Denver, Minnesota. That's 4 already. I think the Clippers are better than them. I think they still have holes defensively. I think they still could use another big behind Ayton. I'm not sure if Hayes is necessarily that guy. The only thing to me that would change the ceiling and how we look at this team is if Luka Doncic comes out and is top 3 player in the league, top 5 player, MVP like Luka Doncic, all-world type player, and we see the same guy that carried the Dallas Mavericks to the finals. If we get that guy, that raises the level of the ceiling for this Lakers team. But from what we have seen so far and just adding DeAndre Ayton, I see a very similar exit to them that I saw last season.
Windy, you've got the same 4 or 5 teams that are ahead of the Lakers in the West right now?
Yeah, so for the first time in 23 years, a team that has LeBron James on it, the main focus of the team is not LeBron. When he was a rookie, he was the main focus. 10th year, 17th year, 22nd year, he was the focus. That's not the case. And so for the Lakers to rise above where they were last year, you're not expecting it to come from LeBron. LeBron was a second team all-NBA player as a 40-year-old. That's not going to increase. What you're looking for is Luka. The team is building around Luka. Its major offseason focus is not Ayton, it's not LeBron, it's not Jake LaRavia, it's getting Luka into a contract. And the focus for the 25-26 season is Luka. If he can be great, that's how they elevate. Now, we're going to get a sneak peek of this because coming up in August, Luka is playing for the Slovenian national team in the European Championships. This is regarded as the most intense basketball tournament in the world. He won it like 6 or so years ago. It's the greatest accomplishment of his basketball career, is leading little Slovenia to the Eurobasket Championship. We're going to get an idea of where Luka is physically and where he is mentally. We're going to be able to watch him in August and September, and we're going to have a better idea then of what the Lakers are going to be. I know what LeBron James is going to be. He's going to report in shape, ready to play, ready to produce. He's probably going to average 25, 7, and 7 because that's who he is. But that is not enough to elevate the Lakers for more than what they were. Luka winning an MVP, which is something that we have really thought was going to happen for the last couple of years, but hasn't. That takes the Lakers to the next level.
And we know JJ Redick will be watching that closely. The comments about everybody showing up in shape felt kind of pointed towards one player in particular. I want to stay in the state of California here. The Warriors haven't done anything. Only team right now in the NBA to not make a singular move in free agency. We're in this weird holding pattern. Are they going to trade Jonathan Kuminga? Will it be a sign and trade? Whatever it is. Windy, what do you make of the Warriors' lack of moves so far?
I make nothing of it. First of all, the Warriors made one of the biggest trades of last season when they acquired Jimmy Butler for really a quality in terms of assets out, bringing him in. I know it was overshadowed that week by Luka getting traded, but Jimmy Butler, when that team was healthy before Steph got hurt, was very potent down the stretch of the season. So let's not forget that they have Jimmy Butler. Secondly, I expect them to make a couple of signings in the near future. I think they are very strongly in position to potentially sign Al Horford. They're also in potentially a strong candidate to sign Anthony Melton, who would be adding depth to their wing. And they have the number one free agent really left on the market in restricted free agent Jonathan Kuminga. They're going to do something with him. They're either going to re-sign him or they're going to sign and trade him for something. So the Warriors are going to be doing things between now and when the season starts. Kuminga's situation may not resolve itself for a while, but they're going to benefit from that, either getting assets back for him or keeping him. Do not stress about the Warriors. They are a very strong team. They are in excellent position. They are certainly not the favorites to win anything, but they are going to be a potent team. Complaining that they haven't actually done anything yet is frankly shallow thinking.
All right, we'll leave it here. Windy says do not.
None. There is none.
Right.
There is no communication really between the Lakers and LeBron. He has picked up his option. The Lakers are expecting to see him in the fall. LeBron and his camp are still watching the Lakers off season. But I can't emphasize this enough, Dan. The Lakers' primary objective this offseason is not LeBron. It is Luka Doncic. He can sign a contract extension of up to 4 years starting on August 2nd, although I suspect his decision will come much later than that. That is their primary thing. LeBron is now being treated as a one-year player in the Lakers, for better or worse.
Tim, is this it? Like this last year for LeBron on the Lakers?
I mean, it feels like the last dance. I don't know when we'll hear from LeBron next. If it's not until media day, there will be a lot of ears tuned into that. It's as awkward of a limbo situation as we've seen maybe since The Last Dance with Michael Jordan and Scottie Pippen. You just don't see a legend like this put on the back burner by a franchise, but it makes sense considering he's in his 40s. Luka Doncic is just entering his prime, and the Lakers have to figure out how to build a contender around Luka, and LeBron is very unlikely to be a part of that.
They have to figure out how to build a long-term contender around Luka. But LeBron, as we know from every show we did last week, is interested in trying to compete for a championship before he is done. Have they done enough, Tim, to build a contender around Luka and LeBron for this year?
No.
All right.
I mean, a play-in contender, sure. You know, but no, they're not a top team in the Western Conference. They're not a threat to the Oklahoma City Thunder. They were a 3 seed last year. You know, I'm not saying they're going to be a bad team, but we're not putting the Lakers in the conversation of contenders.
Hello, chào mừng các bạn đã quay trở lại với kênh của mình. Để bắt đầu vào làm thì các bạn sẽ chuẩn bị cho mình những dụng cụ như sau nhé. Ở đây mình có chuẩn bị một tờ giấy màu đỏ này. Tiếp theo các bạn sẽ chuẩn bị cho mình một cây kéo, một cái bút chì, một cái thước này. Cuối cùng là một cây sóng keo như thế này. Và các bạn sẽ chuẩn bị cho mình các cái dụng cụ như vậy nhé. Bây giờ mình sẽ